If you want a way to instantly repurpose a YouTube video into different pieces of content, this video is for you. Welcome to 5 Minutes Builds, and today I've built a simple yet very efficient n8n workflow where we take a YouTube video and automatically repurpose it into shorts ideas, a LinkedIn post, and a blog post. And the best part is that it is very easily extendable with other types of content. Let me quickly show you how it works. Alright, I'm in YouTube, so let's say I just want to take this video and repurpose it into different types of content. So I'll just copy the link right here. So copy, and I've came to my Airtable base where we'll put the video URL right here. As you can see, we have different columns for shorts ideas, LinkedIn post, blog post, and if the record is already processed. So once the video link is here, I'll just head to n8n again and I'll manually click execute. As you can see, the workflow has executed successfully. Let's head into Airtable and check the result. Alright, we're here and we can see the shorts ideas, the LinkedIn post. Well, basically there are several LinkedIn posts, 5 to be exact, and the blog post pretty good. So as always, let's go step by step and see how we configure this workflow. To begin, we've got a simple trigger, simple scheduler, and I've configured it to run every day at 10 a.m. But of course, you can play with this, you can make it run every 30 minutes, or you can execute it manually on demand. Next, we search for all the Airtable records which are not processed but are there. So in our case, we had one record which is not processed but was populated, so we took it. Then we're gonna loop through all the records. And here's the interesting part. For the transcription services, we're using Epify because it's really cheap method and it works really fast. And what is Epify? Epify is basically a website which provides actors, free or paid, which do different types of actions. They can be scraping a website, or in our case, they can be transcribing a YouTube video. Basically, developers build sophisticated tools and put them into Epify to make their usage paid one. And we also benefit from that because we don't have to build all of the tools ourselves. We just rent them from Epify and use them in our own workflows, which is pretty good. So there should be a separate tutorial how to register in Epify and get our API key in another classroom, but let's focus on the workflow now. Then after the Epify node, we have a condition where we check if the status is not equal to failed. So actually when it's not failed, we don't even have the status field, so it works again. But there are sometimes that the YouTube API is pretty busy, or the video is just corrupted by some reason and it cannot transcribe it. Then we should filter that the status is failed and we should not continue. Maybe here in the false branch we can implement some kind of error logger or something like that, but for the simplicity I just want to keep it like this. And here they come, our agents. So first one is the shorts agent, where basically we got our user prompt. You can pause and check it out. But basically we create 5 shorts by some criteria. And of course we have our structured output parser because we want structured output to be able to put it into Airtable. And of course we have the autofix enabled, and we're using Open Router for the LM model. And Open Router is basically a service, or maybe more accurate is to say a library of LLMs where we can choose between all the popular LLMs out there. So we got GPT, we got Llama, we got Mistral, we got Gemini, DeepSeek, we got many options. And I'll also have a separate lesson on how to register and configure your Open Router account. So the same for the LinkedIn agent and for the blog post agent. I don't want to deep dive into them because they're basically the same but with different prompts. And at the end, we got our Airtable node where we populate everything and mark the record as processed. Here we use more sophisticated and complex formatting and JavaScript, but it's fine because we want it formatted in a way that we can read it pretty easily. But yeah, as you can see, pretty simple workflow, but it does the job. and it's actually pretty easy to extend it with other types of content. We just have to add our agent. And the best part is that here in our agent we can add as tools, for example, a Google document where we've outlined the best practices for example, creating shorts or creating LinkedIn posts, and we can attach it to our agent so it can actually have best practices or not just search the internet. And one more extension of the system I can think of is that we can directly integrate Bluetato for TikTok and Instagram, and also we can integrate the LinkedIn API. So instead of just saving our posts and shorts, reels, ideas into Airtable, we can directly post them if you're sure the AI agents are doing very good job. So this is another possible extension of the system. Congrats, now you have a fully functioning system to repurpose a YouTube video. If you want to save some time and directly download the workflow file without configuring it manually, and also check out the tutorials about Epify and OpenRouter, you can find all of them in my school community. Link will be down in the description. As always, thanks for watching till the end. Like and subscribe, it helps me a ton. Also, comment below what workflow you'd like to see in the future. See you in the next one.